Hanging with. This is Ken Llewellyn from Tennessee Business Services. Woo! He does business services for businesses that need service. That's what he does. Okay, so here's our game. I'm hanging with Ken, and the game is there's 15 questions on my little thing here. Okay, you don't get to look at them first. Oh. But the deal is, you pick a number between 1 and 15.
Okay.
I get to ask you. In fact, I'm going to make sure you don't look at it. I get to ask you I get to ask you that question. So if you say it's question 7 or 8, and I'm not trying to guide you by doing that.
7.5.
Okay, yeah. There he goes being an accountant. Okay, so 3 questions.
Okay.
1 through 15. What's the first number?
6.
6. What's your favorite word?
My favorite word. Fun.
Okay, good. At least it was rated G. So
Well,
that was good. Fun. Why is that your favorite word?
Because I like to have fun.
Yeah, to have fun.
Don't all accountants like to have fun? I mean, come on. I'm not even an accountant, and I like to have fun.
That's right. But you have accountants in your family and your business that are experts.
Had to marry up.
So, there's 2 of us in the same situation. Okay. That was the first one. That was number 6. Okay, what's the next number?
9.
9. Who in the world would you most like to share a meal with?
Wow, that's tough.
It could be somebody historical, even somebody who's dead.
Oh.
Actually, I mean, like, you'd share a meal with them while they're alive, not while they're laying there dead.
Well, that would be downright disgusting.
Guess what? So, who do you think? I mean, you could share a meal, talk to them. Somebody you want to just talk to. You thought that'd be interesting.
Can I choose another number?
You can choose. He doesn't like to eat with people. I'm never eating with you.
I don't like dead people.
I don't want to eat with dead. He didn't have to be a dead person. It could have been a live person. Okay, forget it. It's all right. It's all right. All right, pick another number.
12.
12. What's the best advice you've ever heard?
Play to your strengths. Follow your passions.
Play to your strengths and follow your passions. That's good. It's good. I think there's a lot of people that think, well, I'm passionate about that, but I'm not strong in that. And sometimes that gets you in trouble. Because some things you could really like to do them, but let's be honest, you're never going to be great at them. There's lots of things that I know I'm never going to be great at them.
You know, some people like to play basketball, but they're never, or golf, and they're just never going to.
We're going to play it, but we're not going to be great at
No.
it. But there's things that you find that you can really do well, and then all of a sudden you can develop a passion. And I think that's pretty. I mean, I think really that's kind of where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
I agree.
Because, I mean, there's plenty of stories like that you can see. There's plenty of people that are doing things they really love that they never thought they'd be doing.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Anyway, I was watching an episode of Mike Rowe, Dirty Jobs and stuff like that, and he talked about a guy who he met that owned a multi-million-dollar septic tank company. They empty septic tanks.
We had a client that did that.
Yeah, he can't tell me. He says this guy can't tell me he loved and had a passion for septic tanks, but he got really, really good at it and had a passion for the business of helping people. So it's pretty interesting. All right, third question.
2.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
An architect.
Architect. Why?
Did a lot of drafting and that sort of thing in high school, and just developed an interest in designing and building and
Making things look good. Because you ought to see this guy's woodwork. Oh my gosh. He takes things that are old and kind of beat up and refurbishes them. We'll put some pictures. We'll put some pictures on this. This is wow. Let me say it backwards. Wow. Okay, how do you like your eggs? That's the bonus question.
Oh, over medium.
Over medium. That's something specific. I think over medium is kind of the hardest one to hit.
Yeah.
Scrambled, it's pretty easy. Over easy's somewhat easy. Over hard's easy.
Yeah.
Because, how much harder can they get? But over medium, you got to be pretty specific.
Well, we expect perfection. What can I say?
That's right. Expect perfection. Okay, now, turning the tables. It's not one of these questions, but you can ask me any question you want about me, the theater company, any of it, anything.
How did you get into the theater company? And I know you went to school for theater, but what made you decide to start Actors Point Theater?
Well, maybe decide to start Actors Point Theater Company was really, believe it or not, wasn't from, I think, a typical place as far as being an artist and an actor already. I love doing the art. I had to travel a lot to do the art, okay, from my own hometown or my own county and so on and so forth. And people said to me, starting a theater company's tough, but I directed a lot of plays. I was an acting coach. I've coached a lot of actors. I still do around the country. I've done a number of plays and worked with a number of theater companies and so on. But what's interesting is right about 2008, when the economy took a right, all the accountants remember that.
Yeah.
I started looking and doing some research, and I looked at the cities around America that the top 25 cities that kind of really did not experience that heavy recession. And what's interesting about them, about those top 25 cities, Austin, Texas, there were several of them. I say Austin is one of them because a lot of people know about Austin. But each one of them had a theater company that hired professional actors. They were considered either a semi-professional company or a fully professional equity company. They also had some professional dance. They had professional arts. And I started looking around and living in Sumner County and having to do almost all my professional work not in Sumner County. I said, why not here? And then when you see the assets that we have in Sumner County, it's huge. We've got this beautiful lake. We got all kinds of growing businesses. There's some affluence. Hey, it's the home of really most of the old time classic country music people. You see them everywhere. You go, what? This Sumner County has a real appreciation, I'm sure, for artistic things. And so I said, why not here? Why not? And let's face it, everybody complains every day about driving downtown Nashville. Every day we see it. We see it on Facebook, you see it on whatever you see it on. And I'm like, what? Why drive downtown to see the same actors that I hire sometimes for more money and for a lot more money in parking? Why not stay right here in Sumner County and I'll hire those people up this way and put on some really cool shows? Why not?
Why not?
And so that's kind of what drove it. Both the idea that I knew there'd be probably an interest, which there has been, an interest in being able to do some educational thing, which we have done, and the fact that we could really do some cool stuff and hire people. I like actors, and I like hiring them. It's really fun because there's a lot of actors in town that love acting, and there's a lot of them that don't get paid for it. And I just like to try to turn that around and start paying more people to do cool stuff like this. So, and I also enjoy watching people watch our shows and just get delighted with that whole experience. There's nothing like the live experience, as you know. Nothing like it. You can't get it on watching TV or watching YouTube or watching whatever tube you watch. There's nothing like experiencing those things with somebody, maybe a loved one or whatever, a friend. That connection experience is huge, and I love that. So that was really a long answer. I'm sorry, everybody, but it was supposed to be his thing, but now it'd be.
What? Let me ask you another.
Oh God, another
a
question.
Follow-up
Oh
question.
my gosh, I like
This
my
could-
eggs
this-
over easy.
This
Thank
could be
you.
even longer.
Ah!
What has been the most difficult part of developing a theater company? You've been in business for 5 years now. What?
8 years.
8 years. Oh my gosh. Where have I been?
You've been doing my books. The difficult part is making sure the accountant stays happy. No.
We're always happy. We're accountants. I'm not an accountant. I have to disclose I'm not an accountant. My wife is the accountant, but
Thank God for her.
but I'm always happy.
Yeah. The hardest part is just making sure that people understand and getting the word out. I guess people understand, hey, this is this is something you can take advantage of. This is something your family can do. This is something that you'll enjoy. And also getting the point across that, there's a lot of people that would say, the arts, I'm not sure if they're important and so on. And I would argue that because I would say that because of technology, because of the YouTube and because of all this other stuff, that businesses can look a giant business, that does hundreds of $1,000,000 a year can look like a business that does thousands of dollars a year just because of technology. Okay?
True.
And so what sets those businesses apart isn't, I use Apple as an example. There's a reason Apple is Apple, and it has nothing to do with the kind of aluminum that they buy compared to somebody else. I mean, anybody can buy the same aluminum and same materials that they use in their computers. Anybody can buy that. But I would argue that it's the creativity and that creatives need to be nourished and we need to be developed and we need to have creativity out there for people who are creative to draw from, and that people who aren't creative to learn about creativity. Does that make sense? So I would say that if the things that sets businesses apart more than anything is their creativity. It's their creativity. It's not just how they do things, it's the way they do them in a creative way.
What about those of us who aren't creative?
Oh, I think you guys are creative in that you guys have figured out how to help business owners at a level that's more than just putting some columns and numbers together.
True.
Okay? You've figured out, hey, business owners need more than they don't need to be spending time learning QuickBooks and learning and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours doing their own books, hours and hours and hours and hours doing their own taxes, hours and hours and hours and hours relearning QuickBooks or something like that every year. Why wouldn't you just pay somebody to do that? So then you just go out and get more sales, or go out and you do more to promote your business and more than make that money that it costs you to have your guys' expertise.
And the interesting thing to me, or one of the interesting things, is that so many business owners think, well, I should know how to do that. Well, I should know how to do my books, or I should know how to do this. I should, they think they should know everything about all the aspects of the business, when 90% of them have never been trained on running a business. They've been trained on whatever it is they do.
Yeah.
They're either good actors, or they're good plumbers, or they're good attorneys, or they're good construction guys, but when it comes to running a business, they've never had any training, and they think all of a sudden when they buy a business or start a business, they should be experts on all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, that's,
If you have a brick and mortar store and you're running a clothing business and then something goes wrong with the plumbing, immediately you think, I better call somebody else who knows how to sell clothes
Yeah.
because they know how to do plumbing.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you're no. So exactly right. Get somebody who knows what they're doing. They get it done quick. It's over with. It's done right the first time. And I know I'm guilty of it. I think I can do this and that and this and that. And the answer is no. And I could say one of the smarter things I did was immediately said, I need to find somebody who can count. and I need to find somebody who will go to the IRS just in case I ever get in trouble, which we haven't been in trouble ever, but because we use these guys. But right, I mean, so yes, you're right. Business owners think they can do everything, and the answer is no. You shouldn't think that.
Well, it's just asking for trouble. And most business owners, it's not a matter of not being smart enough. It's a matter of where do you spend your time. That's what it's really about.
I think it's the difference between could I do that and should I do
Exactly.
that?
Exactly.
I could do lots of stuff. Should I?
No.
Not so much. I just had lunch with somebody today who is going to start doing some audience development and sales and so on and so forth for us. I can do that. I've been doing it. Should I be doing that? No, there's plenty of other things I should be doing. And this is something that this person just is awesome. So I'm like, yes, right? So that's the person we want to find for every business that we're in, no matter
Right.
what business you're in, creative business or not. You want to find the right people on the bus, sitting in the right seats on the bus. So, okay, have you guys had enough of us? Okay, this guy, there's that one guy in the back. Put the cell phone down and look at us. Okay. Oh, wait, you were looking at us on the cell phone. Forgive me. I'm sorry. Okay. Say goodbye, Ken.
Goodbye.
You guys say goodbye, Ken.
Goodbye, Ken.